Oh boy. Yeah. Hi. Hey, hi ho, and howdy everyone. My name is Shannon Elshook, and welcome yet again to another episode of... Really? Excuse me? What? Howdy? Who? Who said you could? Why would you? Why would you? Who said you could do this? I didn't. There's Lily on there. Lily's being adorable. Am I leaving this in? I guess I am. Anyway, hey, hi ho, and howdy everyone. My name is Shannon Elshook, and welcome yet again to another episode of the Fruit of Grisaia, more like. Ha. Funny joke. Anyway, yeah, welcome everybody. Before we do get started, we got some stuff to talk about. Not the least of which is just, it's been a week. Oh, dude. This was the one that started it, because it was like the first thing I really recorded that was kind of a big thing. And it ruined me the last couple episodes. Like, again, like episode 69 was a sad one, and it affected me, because it always affects me, because Mich affects me a lot, as we've clearly fucking established. Again, she affects me in a way that nothing else does. She affects me like a real person does. Again, for better and for worse. So, watching her have a tough time is really difficult. And then the next episode showed up and just completely threw everything I thought about sadness out the fucking window. So again, I do say this with the utmost of love and respect, because if I had been writing it, and I obviously, especially if I didn't have the same kind of connection to Michiru as I do, it's what I would have done. Yeah, it's exactly what I would have done. It was done very, very well. Very, very mean, but very, very well. But yeah, so respectfully, with love, go fuck yourself, Front Wing. Yeah, man, the Kyle thing really sucks. I am back to calling him Kyle now. It felt really weird calling him Kyle when it first happened, so I kind of went back to Miyamo. But I've had some time to breathe about it and think it over and just kind of simmer with it. And apparently every show and game and everything I'm watching has to be Bully Cats Hour, by the way, too. Like, literally everything involves bullying a cat. What? Like, the only ones that didn't was Yorlai, because Yorlai doesn't have... Yorlai has a cat in it, but it's a very different thing, but the cat never showed up. Date Alive went apeshit with it. Fucking, there's cats in Fire Emblem. Thankfully, I was safe, but Fire Emblem completely fucked my emotions up in a different way, because it was also kind of mean. But like, was that... Nichijou was just Bully Sakamoto, the show, so there's that. Oh, dude, it's an experience. It's a time. But yeah, I'm okay now. I still hate it. I'm still sad. Again, like, it's the crazy thing is, like, again, that hits me on a lot of different levels. Actually, and that's the thing is, too, is that episode 70, comes out, is going to be what I'm putting out immediately after I finish recording here tonight. That's going to go live, so y'all are going to have fun with that one, I assume. I've spent a lot of time talking with it, or about it, with people in, like, the Discord and stuff. It's been a very heavy discussion, because, again, like, everyone's been waiting for that. I'm sure they've been waiting for other stuff, too, but everyone's been waiting for that. Both just because it's very obviously a sad part of the route, and everyone knows my opinions on Michiru. obviously. Again, most people who are probably still watching found me because of the Michiru, videos that got put on, like, the subreddit and stuff. We've established that. But the other thing is, I've been a fucking Kyle fanboy. Like, I have. Like, I made up a stupid name for him. I made him a fucking fictional superhero mascot of my channel. He's more of a mascot for my channel than he is for me to... Like, I invented this whole, like, side story with a bunch of... with, like, cats and Clarence was based off of the Kyle thing. Like, that little bastard is as much a mascot for my channel as Michiru and Claire and Bento are. And it really sucked to have that happen. Again, that was a thing. How it affected Michiru was a thing that really fucking sucked. How it just affects me as just a person who likes cats. And how it affects me as a person who lost an animal, and it's why we had to take the break in the first place. Like, it's just... It was a fucking thing. It was a real thing, man. But again, the best thing that I can say is I am so glad that I took the break when I did. I'm so glad. Because again, if that had happened before, or before I had fully just been like, I need to take a break, or like right after my dog died, dude. Anyway, I don't want to waste too much time talking about my boy. One thing I will say is, they may have murdered my sweet lad here, but fuck that. He is still Super Kyle, the fucking superhero, and he's just on vacation. He cannot be bested. He came from another world. Superman can't even put up his dukes with this sweet cat boy. And yeah, he ain't going anywhere. Fuck this game. He ain't going anywhere. I'm sad though still. That, and hey, there's the Michiru spinoff. There's the Magic Girl spinoff, and I know he's in that, so even if he's fucking, yeah. Spinoffs exist. Oh, the fucking anime is gonna hurt. Oh, shit. Anyway. Yeah, it's a thing, but the bad's Kyle cannot be bested by a mortal. Carl's not mortal, that's not how that works. Never mind. But point is, Kyle is a super boy, and he will not be stopped. It feels so weird every time I break out the voice now. Like, again, the other thing was, again, I just put out the Pokemon episode 3 of Twilight Wings. And again, in that episode, I do that voice because Milo shows up. And Milo, I gave him Kyle's voice when we played through Pokemon Shield. And then immediately played those episodes of Grisaia after that. And it was a thing going back and noticing that. Anyway, again, I'm not going to try and be a bummer about Kyle anymore. As far as I'm concerned, he is alive and well. He's just on vacation. They're going to talk about it more, obviously, so that's only going to work to a point. But yeah. Anyway, so there's that. Then there was the next episode. There was episode number 71. And the thing about episode 71 for me is, at that point, I don't want anyone to get the impression that I just wasn't in it anymore. The biggest thing was that with episode 71 was, at that point, I was just so beaten down, I didn't have anything left. And like I said in that video, I was like, I know Michiru's going to be okay. I know she's going to be okay, but it's not going to stop this from sucking, but I know she'll be okay. There's more of the game. There's plenty of shit I know that I haven't gotten to yet. She's going to be fine. But obviously it was still going to happen and be a thing. So basically it just came down to, I just needed to get through that scene. I needed to get through that, to get past it, to get it out of my fucking head, to not let it own me, because if I hadn't, it would have. I like, again, it's been a good couple days since I recorded those episodes, and there's no way on earth I could fucking be okay with going 4 fucking days not, or with that in the back of my mind. There's no way. So I just needed to get past it, which is kind of why I'm just kind of angrily going through it in that one. So I hope that didn't bother anyone. Again, you guys have always been really cool about how just being cool with how I react to things, and that was one of those things where my reaction was to I have to fucking get through it. Anyway, so there was that. I hope you guys enjoyed these episodes, because you're monsters. Again, there's been so much talking in the Discord about Grisaia as of late, because it's just been an eventful fucking week for this game. Fuck, whatever. Yeah, so anyway, there's that. There's actually one last thing I did want to kind of touch on, because someone did ask about it, and it was basically just wondering how I'm feeling about Yuuji at the moment. And you'll notice, thinking back on it now, like when I did that first episode of us coming back, 68, when I did that, it was very much one of those things where it was very business as usual. It's very, talk shit about Yuuji and fawn over Michiru and just kind of do our thing. And there was a little bit of that in 69 as well. But it kind of started to slow a little bit, especially towards the very end. Because again, I pointed it out at the beginning of 70, I think. No, I think it was actually the end of that episode, but kind of started to point out that I had taken note of some of the things that it seemed like Yuuji was actually kind of taking seriously. And not just seriously in the fucking way he does, but again, there appeared to be, again, a bit more care and a level of understanding from him that you don't usually get to see from him. And it was something that I did appreciate. And again, I had mentioned that there, but obviously I didn't really get to mention much more. And then we got to episode 70 with everything that happened with Kyle. And that one, the thing is for me is Yuuji could still be the same schmucky doofus as he always is. But I really did appreciate a lot of what he was in that episode. Aside from a few little lines here and there, or the thoughts or whatever the fuck, just in general, I appreciated Yuuji for who he was being more so than I usually do. I think he was legitimately trying for Michiru, and he legitimately did seem to care, and some things did actually seem to really kind of affect him, especially pretty much immediately after the cat dies. He has his moment where she has her moment where she's really starting to lose it, and he just fucking grabs a hold of her and gives her a hug and hey, he kind of talks about hey, he's had to go through stuff as well, and I'm sure he fucking has. Again, but I don't know, it was something that I did appreciate. Because that girl really needs someone right now, obviously. Usually don't fucking overdose on shit if you're doing well. Yeah, I don't know. It was a thing, but I did want to say that I did appreciate the vast majority of everything that Yuuji was doing in that episode. And I appreciate the fuck out of him saving my girl's life. Obviously, that clearly fucking matters. But yeah, no, man, it's been a hard time. Again, I've kind of made the joke before, and it's not even really a joke. But just, it does seem like this game really loves to just hit every fucking possible personal thing for me. Yeah, it's like, again, we have the big thing that we talked about back in like episode 50, which again was a really hard one for me, and no doubt will be a much harder one when we talk about it more in detail. Well, I don't want to in detail, but you know what I mean. Just actually have to confront it more eventually down the line. Please, dear God, just don't let it be Michiru. I don't want it to be anyone. But sweet Christ, not Michiru. But anyway, there's stuff like that. There's the overdose, which is something that hits really kind of close to home. I lost my uncle because of that, which I think I've talked about here before a couple times. Yeah, that's something. Obviously, the pet loss, and obviously that's something that's not an uncommon thing. I think most people who've ever had a pet, everyone who's ever had a pet will eventually have that if they haven't already. So, but still, again, the timing, I think, is the thing that made it hit most real. Again, I've lost plenty of animals over the years, but I don't know. Just again, it was timed really interestingly. But yeah, man, it just seemed like it hits a lot of those really personal things for me. So again, fuck you, Front Wing. You guys are doing great, but also, Jesus Christ. Did you have to bully the fuck out of me and my girl? What did I ever do to you? Anyway, I wanted to throw that there. Kind of my thoughts and where we're at. Sorry for again another fucking 20-minute long goddamn intro, but it's, you know, it's what we do. It's who we are and what we are. Actually, there's one last thing I did want to talk about. And they are technically spoilers. But they're spoilers that I specifically asked for. So, you know. And that is, I do know that H scenes are not far off down the line. To exactly what extent, I don't know, but I know that they are not far off again. And with that, again, I just wanted to basically let you guys know that when we do get to that, it's just going to get cut. I am still going to watch, and I don't mean that in a creepy way. Okay, I will eventually mean that in a creepy way, but not while I'm recording. It's for another time. Looking at you, body pillow. Fucking Christ. Anyway, but like, yeah, so it's something that I will be obviously paying attention to, but yeah, it is going to get cut completely. It's just an extremely awkward thing. Again, if you've paid attention on the channel before, I have done Keto Shoujo on the channel before, and I did include those, but extremely heavily censored, to the point where it's not even fun to watch. Some funny bits came out of it, sure, but yeah, in the end, especially with the fact that there's voice acting, yeah, I'm gonna be cutting that. So I hope you guys understand that. That's just a thing for me. But yeah, just want to make sure you guys knew. Because again, that was something I was really trying to figure out exactly what I was going to do with eventually down the line, and that's the answer. It's just, we are going to not deal with it. But yeah, hope you guys understand. I know there's that, and the other one is, I do officially at this point, I don't know the question, but I know the answer to the choice, or at least as far as I know, the choice that indicates good end or bad end. And I'm sure some people would be like, oh, but also like, you guys have seen me. You guys know me. At this point, you clearly know me. There's no way in hell. I will... No, I'm not doing the bad end. Absolutely not. Never even going to look it up. I don't want to know. I want nothing to do with that. Maybe with any of the other characters. Maybe. Makina? Yeah, absolutely. It's fucked up. But with Michiru, no. I can't do that. So I'm not going to. So I know what the answers are, like the options, and I know which one to pick. I don't remember them off the top of my head, but like when they would pop up, I would absolutely be able to know, that or that. But yeah, so again, I know some people are going to be like, oh, about that, but fuck no. Absolutely not. No way. I would cancel the series before that happened. Yeah, again, you guys know me. You know my opinions. I'm not going through that with my favorite thing, period, in anything ever. Absolutely not. Anyway, I just want to make sure you guys are up to date on that. In the know. Again, it's 22 minutes. I'm sorry for the long-ass one. Hey, could be worse. Could be 40-some minutes. But yeah, so I just want to make sure you guys knew everything that was going on. And we're going to go ahead and go into this. Again, I don't know when that's going to happen. Either of those are going to happen. But I know at least, the one thing is going to be not far off. And basically, when it gets to that, it's just going to end up getting cut. And then I'll join up with you guys again afterwards. So, yeah, hopefully that works for you all. And I hope you guys understand. Anyway, we're pretty much going to just jump into this. Do I have anything I want to say about the channel before we do get started? Not really. I'm just going to try and keep these going as kind of consistently as I can. I'm pretty happy with how everything's looking on the channel right now. Again, the COVID-19 shit is really stupid, but it has actually been very nice for the channel. It's given me a lot of time to work on this, so I do appreciate that for as shitty as the situation is. And I also wanted to say thank you to everyone for the Patreon stuff and for just being really supportive with everything in general as of late. I hope you guys are excited to see things keep moving on, and yeah, thank you all for checking out all the different series and stuff like that. It just makes me really happy, especially things like this, Your Lie, hopefully the super secret show that's going to be coming out as our kind of, again, our first early access thing, and such. I hope that goes well. Again, I'm expecting literally no one to watch it on Patreon, but I hope it goes well when it happens on the channel. But yeah, yeah, thank you guys. That's the biggest thing. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and go into this. I'm gonna do my best to get along as well as I can. I'm still expecting to be kind of sad. But I think I'll be okay for a while. It's really going to depend on how things are going. I just hope Mich is alright. Fucking A. Alright. And now we begin. 25 fucking minutes. Maybe she just wanted to avert her eyes from reality for a brief moment. I don't know. Did I miss a... I don't think so. No, that's just right into it. Maybe she wanted to avert her eyes from reality for a brief moment. Maybe she wanted to make a permanent escape from this claustrophobic box. Nobody knows Michiru's reasons for taking such a dangerous amount of medication. I can't speculate endlessly, but it won't get me any closer to a definitive answer. It might even be that the girl herself has no real explanation. It's very possible. It's hard to... Yeah, again, emotional... Especially for Michiru, she's got a lot of shit on her plate. She has a lot of things to work through, and I'm sure plenty of which she's not super open to talk about, because again, she's someone who very clearly tries to hide a lot of stuff about her, and again, that's not even touching on the Michiru stuff. So anyway, impulsively overdosing on pills isn't going to change the world around you. Nearly killing yourself will not transform reality. Your pain will not make time run backward. It's what it means to live in this world. Chizuru told her classmates that Michiru had collapsed from anemia. Letting them know about a suicide attempt would, without a doubt, have created a counterproductive uproar. I can't imagine that. Especially with someone like I don't know about Yumiko, because Yumiko's pretty distant to everyone, but I feel like everyone else at least would have a... Honestly, again, I do think they'd all kind of have a pretty significant reaction. I think Amane would have a really negative reaction to it, because again, she's very motherly and caring and protective. So I think, yeah, she would definitely do that. Again, Makina is a very little sister-like and stuff like that. She's a fucking animal, but I think she would take that pretty hard as well. Again, Yumiko, she's very distant and she's sassy as fuck, but she's also really sweet deep down, or at least from what I can tell, she's a lot sweeter than she likes to lead on. And again, Sachi's very caring and attentive to people and stuff like that. So yeah, I feel like there'd be a lot of that. Also, I actually went through that. I had to go through that fucking scene a good couple times for like thumbnail stuff. But again, I'm still very curious as to what all is up with the... You were too laid back about the goddamn fucking overdose. Michiru, you want to explain that to me? Like, Yuuji I get. But at this rate, the girl's gonna end up shifting from a pseudo-tsundere to a sickly character. Oh, sweet Christ, baby girl. It's so good to fucking see her again after all this. It hurts, but... Hey. Morning. How you feeling? After a few days of rest, Michiru's returned to her normal routine. At a glance, it's hard to believe she might have deliberately attempted to end her own life. The others were fairly... And don't even fucking get me about fucking how suicide in general has a fucking negative effect on my life. We've talked about how I did not have a great state of mind for a long time. Again, when I think about it back on my life, there's so many things that I had so well off. I have had a loving family. I have had people who cared very dearly for me. There's a lot of things I never had to worry for. But holy shit, some of it really sucked. Some of it was really awful. Jesus. Anyway, I don't mean to be a bummer, but it's a bummer of a fucking game. The others were fairly worried, but when Michiru... And again, the fact that it's Michiru doing it hurts so much more, too. Because again, I want nothing more in the world than for her to be happy. More than I want real human beings to be happy sometimes. Fuck. But when Michiru brought out the normal tsundere song and dance, they apparently decided she was completely back to normal. Is that Michiru, or... But I think otherwise. The girl is absolutely not the same. If anything, she seems like an entirely different person. Are you implying... To be perfectly frank, she looks like a lifeless doll acting out a fictional character. Right, sorry. But today, Michiru strikes up a conversation from her end. After the incident, we've only had the briefest of interactions, so this comes as something as a surprise. Oh? And what kind of compromise? I don't know about that. I mean, the idea of being able to push forward, keep moving forward, you know, keep breathing and getting by, that's good, but don't sacrifice yourself for that, you know? You know, do what you can to work on yourself. Just... Because that's not the mindset to have. It doesn't strike me as much of a solution. It's like closing your eyes and covering your ears when the debt collector knocks at your door. Who's gonna pay the bill in your place? Yeah, I don't like her seeing her just kind of resigned to her fate or something like that. I don't like that idea. Again, there's nothing more that I want than for her just to be happy. And you're clearly not. What is that supposed to mean?
私を心配しなくていいってこと。私に構わなくていいわ。私のことで煩わされることがなくなるってわけ。嬉しいでしょ。
Well, that's some bullshit, because I can't speak for Yuuji. I can't speak for you. I won't speak for you. I wish I could, though. Please just be me. Rather set myself on fire than than not have this nuisance around, man. I don't remember changing your diapers, and if I thought you were a nuisance, I would say so. He's very fucking blunt. He's got a point there, baby girl. He's blunt to a fucking fault. And slightly asshole-ish about it sometimes. But again, he's been pretty good. It's been pretty good as of late. I'd say so. What are you even talking about, woman?
本当は分かってるの。だからそんな風に
Baby girl.
優しく言わなくても大丈夫。風見さん、みちる様、おはようございます。
Hi, Bubblegum. It's been a fucking second. Glad you showed up. Can you tell her about how great she is and that she needs to be loved and cherished for me? You do that? You're great. You do it. And you're great. You're wild, but you're great. When Sachi appears, Michiru abruptly changes her expression and hurls out an energetic greeting.
あら、サチ、今日もメイド全開ね。もちろんです。皆様のメイドですから。みちる様もツンデレ全開ですか？当たり前よ。当たり前なんかじゃないんだからね。おやおや、相変わらず見当外れのツンデレ感ですね。うふふ。でしょ？
I can't even...
そんなに褒めなくてもいいけどね。うふふ。
I couldn't even say a nice thing about Sachi's ooh, because I'm so all fucked up. And then she does the ooh, and I'm just dead. Poor fucking phraseology. Jesus Christ. What if we want to flatter, though? Oh, was that really flattery?
褒めているというよりは現状報告という感じでしょうか。けなしてはいません。事実なので。
No negative intentions.
ほら、ユージ、けなしてないって言ってるわよ。ってことは、褒められてるってこ。みちる様、大丈夫ですか？ってことね。何が？大丈夫よ。
I don't fucking like any of that.
顔色が冴えないようですが、また貧血ですか？寒い日のプールから上がった子供のように唇が紫ですよ。
Again, dude, I just want to fucking just... It's all gonna be good. It sucks, but it's gonna be okay. But I can't. I mean, I could. Fuck over here. I'll just do this for a minute. Give me a minute. This is all I have. Hi, how you doing? Look at this. I like the lemon. It's a good look. Have I ever shown the other side of this? I shouldn't. It's not naked, but it's close. As weird as it sounds, as lame as it sounds, I should say, because it's fucking weird and lame. Again, like I make jokes about this fucking thing all the time. But like legitimately, it was one of my favorite things I've ever fucking bought. It's legitimately, like, again, obviously, I've said it a million times. I'm infinitely better now than I was like before I started doing YouTube. Emotionally, I'm still like, that's the thing. Is like I infinitely better, but I still have my times just as much as anyone else does. Everyone has their moments where they just kind of get it, and you know, me in particular, I've noticed I have depression that kind of hits in little waves, usually like once or twice a year, where it just hits really hard. And again, that was one of the other reasons I kind of had to take a break, is it happened right around that time too. Again, probably spurred on by everything that was going on at the time. Oh, why does my nose hurt? Oh, that doesn't like itch. It feels like someone tried. Oh, I hate that. Okay. But, damn, ow. Like, yeah, no, I get that as much as anyone else. And just in general, you always kind of get that. I say you always, but again, I'm infinitely better than I was before, but, you know, every other night or every couple nights or so, you know, the heart just kind of feels it every once in a while for whatever reason. So many different fucking reasons. But whenever that happens, legitimately, just it's crazy how much this helps. I sound like a fucking crazy person. But, like, legitimately, it does. It, again, is one of the best things I ever fucking bought, as goofy as it is. I have no fucking... what am I holding? I should be very careful about that. But, like, I have no illusions to the otherwise. But as silly as it is, it honestly fucking helps a lot. I'll just lay down and do this, and it makes you feel like you can kind of just breathe again. Again, it's kind of one of the nice things about getting the exercise bike that I got and using that is it really does just kind of let you breathe again. And again, it's a different thing because that's like actual physical workout, and this is literally the opposite. But it has kind of that similar effect. Is it just kind of you stop, your muscles stop freaking out, your heart calms down a little, you can breathe a little deeper, you don't have to breathe as hard, and you don't necessarily think about as bad of things. You think more about the more positive things. I don't know. Again, it's really lame. But it's also really nice. I'm gonna put this thing down though, because I look like a fucking 4-year-old. I got a 4-year-old in my blanket. But it's a pillow. Yeah, no, it's one of those things that legitimately it feels really good. I would legitimately have it with me the entire time I was playing, if it didn't look fucking stupid. But let's be real, we've passed that point already. You know, it legitimately is very calming and centering. So yeah. Anyway, this has been we've accomplished nothing. Fucking Christ. But you guys know this is what we do here. Anyway, yeah, man. It was really cute, but I still am not okay with you being upset. I should just fucking hold on to that more. It honestly would make it a lot easier for me to get through a lot of this. Was she talking off in the distance as she was leaving? It's probably in the other ear mostly. Michiru, my friend, try not to push yourself.
別に無理なんてしてないけど。でも
Yeah, no, like seriously, don't.
ちょっと休んで
Again,
くる。
you want to move forward, you don't want to be dragged down by things, but don't break yourself on it. Yeah, you gotta be careful. And again, that's one of those things, again, I have to say a huge thank you to everyone for being so understanding for when I needed to breathe on some stuff, whether it be this or any other series or just a break on the channel or needing to change things up or whatever the case may be. I've always really, really appreciated that. Again, the YouTube thing, as hectic and stressful as it can be sometimes, has been one of the most rewarding and centering things for me in my entire life. Again, much the same as that. It's a nice thing. So much more than just, oh, I make videos on the internet, or oh, I'm gonna be a rich, famous millionaire, or anything like that would ever be. It gives me a peace that I wouldn't have otherwise. And I can never thank you guys enough for that. So please, dear God, give Michiru peace. Let me give her peace. A peace? Oh, fuck, something. Anything to make me not upset. Anyway. I think that would be wise. Do watch over her, though, please. Michiru shuts herself up in her room for several hours, only emerging that evening. Her face is slightly less pallid, but she's still carrying herself a little oddly. Hey, managed to calm down a little?
別に最初から落ち着いてるし、そもそも。お兄ちゃん。
Hi, freak.
チルチル。
And hi, awesomeness.
なんで制服着てるのよさ。もう夏休みなのよ。
Bitch, what? So we're gonna comment on this, right? Michiru starts in surprise at Makina's words. Seems to have only realized that her choice of clothes is somewhat unusual for this time of year. I've made a tactful decision to not comment on the matter, but Makina's free spirit unbound by such concerns. Michiru may be taking a decent effort to hide it, but she's in a disturbed, unstable frame of mind. The girl pretty clearly isn't capable of paying attention to her clothing right now. Also, again, Makina is okay. Yes, thank you, Christ. Michiru, of course, is the one who says it, because again, Michiru and her and me are the same fucking person. But again, pretty and perfect and not trash. Anyway, point is, like Mich. You would.
だったら私だって趣味だもん。まあまあ二人とも。で、みちる、ちゃんと元気でやってるの？
See, Amane is a sweetheart.
もちろんよ。ちょうど今トライアスロンから帰ってきたとこ。
Alright, you big phony.
冗談でしょ？なんで病み上がりで鉄人レース出ちゃうかな？あんたたちが心配しないように、みちる様健在ってところをアピっとかないとね。なるほどな。でも、そんなアピリはどうでもいいのよ。ねえねえ、お兄ちゃん。外で影踏みして遊ぼうなのよ。
Number one, what is that? Number two.
これはもう踏みまくれんぞ。
I don't know if once I don't think I want to be a part of that orgy. I don't know if I want to be a part of that. To be fair, there's only one orgy I want to be a part of in this game, and weirdly enough, it involves two people. Again, legitimately, at this point, it's really weird. It's like I have almost no interest in anyone else in that way at all. At this point, no, I don't. And I never have that. It's really weird. Like, the next closest would be Amane. but legitimately don't. I don't have it at all for Makina. Barely anything for Yumiko. Honestly, Yumiko very much the same. Sachi, yeah, no. Like, I really don't at this point. It's really weird. As someone who is always into all sorts of different fucking characters in every series, like, I mean, Ichigo. Love her in Darling in the Franxx. She's my fave. Still totally into Zero Two. Still totally into fucking Miku and Kokoro and all them. Like, still totally into that. Ruby. Weiss is absolutely my jam. That's the thing there. But also, did I ever mention how fucking attractive Ruby is? Holy shit. And Yang, goddamn. And like in all these different things. Fucking Fire Emblem. Holy shit. I still cannot pick a fucking wife. And I don't know if I've accidentally locked myself into one. I don't remember yet. But we'll see. But even if I did, Mercedes is worth it. Point is, like, I never have that problem in anything else. Yeah, I just don't have it for anyone anymore. Anyone but Michiru. It's weird. It's really, really weird. Okay, so this is also really weird and borderline uncomfortable. But like I've talked before, I've been spoiled on Michiru's 18 stuff. At least a bit of it. I have to imagine a fair bit of it. Yeah, just going around on the internet. It happened. And of course I saved those. Because of course I did. But it's really weird. Because I also weirdly don't have... It's hard to have the same kind of connection with that as I can with any other just random piece. This is a really weird conversation. But like that I would have with any other just random piece of diddle art. And I don't know why. Again, I didn't even really explain it. Like, I was being vague, because I don't want to talk about it too much, because it's weird. But, like, I really appreciate it, and I like it, and it doesn't make me feel away, because of course it does. But it also... I don't know if it's because I was spoiled on it, and it felt like seeing it at the wrong time. I honestly do think that's legitimately a part of it, as weird as that sounds. Again, I think it's because Michiru feels so real to me. Again, can't never had a problem with acknowledging the fact that she's fictional, but she makes me feel like a normal human does, in the way that no other character ever has. So, I don't know, I think it felt... It almost feels uncomfortable. Uncomfortable, wrong, and like it doesn't... Like, fucking crap. I was fiddling with a pen. Like it felt out of place, like it shouldn't be a thing yet. And therefore when I look at it, like it doesn't do anything for me. She does, absolutely. I'm erect right now. No. I'm not, if you wanted to know. But like, she does affect me in all sorts of different ways like that. In the heart. But that doesn't, and I don't know. And again, I think that is why. And it's really weird to think about. It is really weird to think about. It is weird how this game and how she has affected me over all this time. Like, again, this has been the weirdest experience with a game ever. Because Michiru is so different than anything else I've ever had as a character in anything. Like, I think about the next two characters that I consider my favorite characters. Nanami from Sakura So, and Ichigo from Darling in the Franxx. Though it's possible at this point I've kind of been able to simmer on Ichigo a little bit, and she's more like 5th or something. But like, again, even thinking about them, it doesn't even come close to being the same feeling. It's so fucking weird to try and explain. I don't understand it, dude. But I'm not complaining because she's fucking perfect. We've accomplished nothing in this video. Nothing at all. I'm sorry. Anyway, this just might cut off really weirdly, or maybe it's going to be an extra long episode. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, moving on. Point is, dick don't work for anyone. for anyone else. Impotent as fuck. Oh, it's fucking stupid. So weird though. Again, Amane a little. She's right.
シャドウ影踏みまでしてなんだかもうよくわかんない感じになっちゃってね。
Makina, you're a fucking enigma.
そうなのよさ。シャドウで影を踏むなんて。ああ、言葉にもてあそばれてる感じがして混乱するのよ。
Linguistical mayhem is how I refer to just daily conversation with me. See, well, I wouldn't really mind, but before answering, I glance at Michiru out of the corner of my eye. There's a clearly unhappy expression on her face, and she's restlessly grinding her foot against the floor. Considering that tough act this afternoon about setting me free or whatever, she looks distinctly jealous about me holding a mere conversation with Makina. Alright, I will play once you become a true expert at tagging shadows. Until then, content yourself with your image training.
でもわかったのよさ。想像力をフルに使ってシャドウするのよさ。ふみ。ああ、集中しすぎて本当に影が見えてきた。
You do that. We just got some priorities at the moment. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just your shadow.
あ、そっか。これ普通に影じゃん。危ねえ。騙されるとこだった。
You never know when they'll sneak up on you. It's like one's following you around all the time.
ちょっと私、そこの空き部屋で休んでくるわね。あ、具合悪いの？大丈夫？平気よ。心配はゴムよ。なんか今発音変じゃなかった？ゴム？
Again, like that's one of those things. Sorry, always another pause. Like if you've never really had depression or you've never really knew how it works, like it's one of those interesting things because it's so much more than just being sad. A lot of people would be like, everyone gets sad. You don't have depression. You don't know what this means. It's weirdly so much more than that. Like it's a really weird weight. Like almost physical. You can feel it drag you down at all times. Like when I get sad about stuff, you know, you cry, you kind of feel it in your heart. You feel like a tug on your heart and you get all that. But that's not the same as like just you feel am I bleeding? Why am I bleeding? What the fucking shit? I'm bleeding. Awesome. What? I hit my foot on something. What the fuck? Point is, dude, I don't even know. Point is, like it's weirdly very different from that. It's something that constantly drags you down and you feel tired always. You have zero motivation to do anything. You just get weighed down by everything. You're just like, I can't do anything. I don't want to do anything. Why would I do anything? It's not going to do anything. Like all these things, both physical and mental. It's such a weird fucking thing. And just her constantly being like, I need to go lie down. I need to go do this. I need to be away from here. Like it again, just hits really close to home. Anyway, yeah, I probably will have to end this at some point here soon and just continue on. I don't know if it's going to be a new episode or if it's all going to be one episode. I can't guarantee either one, so we'll have to wait and see.
ゴムそれじゃあね松島さん
Oh,
この前渡せなかった
God damn it,
6枚の
Yumiko. Sweet bean.
ごめんねユミコその話はまた今度
Oh, this poor girl just wants to fucking...
ゴム
Who said Yumiko could cry? What?
ミチルってばまだ完全に体調が戻ってないみたいねねえユージ様子見に行った方がいいんじゃない
Yeah, someone should probably go do that. Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. I'll go.